welcome to another episode of Odin Writes Shit. It's been a while. I kind of let this series die down a little bit because I don't quite have the funds to feed the habit. So I haven't really gotten anything new, and I have a stockpile of all this shit that I have to use. So I've been trying to use that as much as possible, even though the majority of my work is digital, so I don't write too much. But a friend of mine had sent me this interesting parcel from Target, or this little device from Target, and this, I don't know what this brand is. This brand is supposedly Manuscript, but that's kind of strange. This looks very similar to the old Schaefer calligraphy sets, but this is just an interesting little kit, and I was curious to try it, so my friend had sent this out to me. And what is interesting about this is this has a converter cartridge in it, and I've never seen those before in these kinds of pens, so I'm curious to see how this works. Comes with 3 nibs, 2 ink cartridges that are already filled, and a converter. So we'll give this one a try. So let's see, the pamphlet probably has a few tips on... Oh, it doesn't. Okay. So it's just about filling instructions, care instructions. That's it for this one. Then there is another pamphlet in here about nib service. Let's see, additional nibs so you can get spare parts, left-handed and you wish to exchange. So this also has a left-handed version, which is kind of cool. Ooh, they have a duo nib. That's kind of interesting. What do they have? Oh, it's a whole order form. So this is a European brand, judging by the monetary value here. So that's kind of nifty. Alright, so let's examine the pen. It is pretty sturdy. It's not made of the best quality plastic that I've seen, but it's not anything to stick your nose up at. I don't know what nib do I want to try. And the other cartridges hiding inside the cap. It's actually kind of small holding it, but it can be posted. However, there's threading on the inside of that cap, so that's going to be a little hard to navigate through, but feels pretty good when it's posted, for me anyway. If you like the smaller pens, then that might be better for you, but I am partial to larger pens because I have big hands. I'm gonna try the largest nib, and that is the converter. Apparently it's a push converter. Oh, it is! Ooh. Made in England. Okay. You can see that there. It's made in England. So, that's an interesting converter. I'm not sure. I don't feel a lot of suction on that, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get good fills on that. But we'll try it out. So we have 3 nibs in fine, medium, and I'm going to guess broad. Manuscript is what they call it, which is, according to the measurements here, 0.85, 1.1, and 1.6. I'm going to go for the largest one because. So we'll just stick that in there. And I've got my favorite Zeherbon Encre Violet, Parfume Violet scented one. So let's see what we get in terms of suction. Smells like candy. In this, so I'm gonna pull it up slowly. Well, it's got a reasonable fill on it. I've got a bit of a bubble. Not a full fill, but let's see if we can... Can we fix that? Ooh, maybe not. Air bubbles? Okay. Let's try to see if we can get a little bit more out of that. Not so much. Okay. So it's kind of hard to get a full fill out of it. And if you're patient, you probably could do it, but that is something I am not. Okay. So we'll stick that back in. play around a little bit. Let's get some ink flowing first. It's pretty. Ooh, that's really smooth. I like the feel of that. Okay. Now for some italics. Hi, buddy. Hi. You want to put input on this? You smell. Child, must you? Excuse? Excuse me. Do you approve? Alright. Out. No. Anyway, yes, I'm not getting a lot of skipping on here. The writing is very smooth. And I don't have any complaints about this, really. Like, I don't feel any skipping, I don't feel any, like, friction that's unpleasant on here. So that's pretty nice. Actually, for a $10 pen, when you compare that to the parallels, I believe those are like, what, $10 a pop? $8 a pop for the Pilot Parallels? So, that's not bad at all, really. And kind of more accessible, because I'm not sure if, I think you have to order Parallels online, but I'm not sure if, I haven't been in an office supply store in ages, so I'm not sure if you can get the Parallels there. And in my area, everybody has the half of the inventory as the rest of the country, so my position is kind of stunted. So, which is why I had my friend send me one of these instead of, you know, looking at my own Target, because they have, like, nothing. But yeah, if you're looking for a reasonable starter calligraphy pen, obviously you can't do, like, the fancy gradients and stuff with the, like you can with the Parallels, where you take two ends and you stick them side by side and you make a gradient shift. I would show you, but my pens are not filled. So, yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong, and they apparently have larger sets, so this is pretty nice. I call it good for a starter pen, but I'm not sure what a higher quality calligraphy pen would look like, really, as apart from, like, buying a fancy fountain pen and putting an italic nib on it or something. But, yeah, like, this'll get you pretty far, especially if you're new to fountain pens and you don't really, know what's out there, and if you're intimidated by all the pricing and the fancy pens and stuff, this is a pretty good local thing to try out if you're into the maintenance and stuff like that. So, yeah. This is the Manuscript Beginner's Calligraphy Set. It's a pretty nifty, fun thing to play with, and I'm probably going to use that a hell of a lot, because it has a converter in here, and while it's not the most ideal, I might try to see if I can switch it out and fit something else in here, but that's pretty much the only complaint I have with it. And the cat hair getting into places. But yeah, no, it's a pretty solid pen, especially at the price point. So, I think that will do it from me on this episode of Odin Writes Shit. Leave a comment down below if you have tried this pen out. and you like it or don't like it, what complaints you have with it. This is a first impression, so I haven't had too much time with it, so it has yet to annoy me in any sort of idiosyncrasy. But if you have any quirks that you like to mention about it, leave it in the comments down below. I'm not currently taking requests for Odin Rights shit because I don't have the opportunity to do too much. But if you have suggestions or want to trade inks or something like that, leave me a comment down below. Or if you would like to send me something to try out, my P.O. box is down below. And yes, be sure to like up this video and subscribe if you want to see more bullshit from me. Check out my jewelry shenanigans and everything else that I have on YouTube that I perform in order to humiliate myself on the internet. Take a look at my sci-fi works. I just published a book a few months ago, and if you are into fascinating cyberpunk worlds with awesome technological delights, there's a link to my writing blog down below as well. Thank you all so much for joining me, and of course, if there's anything I need to be trying out right now, feel free to let me know down below, and I will see you next time.